What's going on, everybody? This is Mario, and this is Empowerment for Life. The day before yesterday, I did a video on another perspective of Joe Osteen. And a lot of people came and tried to bash my head down to the white meat. You know what I mean? They tried to crucify me, yet I live. Thank you, God. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that, because people are entitled to their own opinions. They are entitled to feel the way they want to feel about whatever. I'm good with that. That's okay. However, at the end of the day, I want to say this today. Stay away from people who suffer from entitlement issues. They suffer from entitlement issues. What are you talking about today? These are people that perceive your wealth, or you being well off, or you're doing pretty good financially, and they simply believe that they have a right to what you have worked hard for. They believe that they should dictate to you how you spend your money. These are the people that will ask you to borrow $20, $30, $40, $50, $100, $200, and they promise to give you that back on a certain day. And when that day comes, they'll know where to be found. Then they begin to get angry because you got a little attitude a little bit, because they don't have your money on the day that you promised to give it to them. And then they get angry because they say you don't need it. You know, you drive that car, you got a Benz, you got this, you live in that house, you making good money. And they begin to feel like you don't have a right to ask for your money. That's the whole thing that I had with the Joel Osteen thing, is that the people that were coming on my feed and on my thread were folk that started their comments off with, "This is why I don't go to church. This is why I don't go to church." Now you think about that. So why are you talking about the church? Because you somehow feel entitled that you not giving any money to the church, not helping into the programs in the church, you feel like you got a right to tell the church what to do with its money, resources, and finances when you're not a contributor. Now, can't nobody tell you what to do with your money. Can't nobody tell you nothing about your money. Even some of y'all that get your little lotto money, you hit the lottery, you get insurance settlements from accidents. Your mama and dad that died leave you little insurance policy money, and now all of a sudden you get ghost on folk, and then your family know you got the money, and they come with their hand out asking for some money, and you trying to get up in your feelings. Why? Because you feel like, if I got an accident settlement, that's my money. I'm the one that suffered. My neck hurt, and you're not entitled to it. But somehow or another, they get on the telephone and they start running you down to everybody, talking about, you could have gave me 500. So they could have gave me 1,000 because they got all that money. I know they got plenty of money back, because they are suffering from entitlement issues. If you're not in an organization giving money, you don't like it, you don't attend it, then why are you mad about it? You don't have no say so, because you don't do church. Remember, you don't do these organizations. You have a problem with everybody who does go. So why are you talking about it? Why are you trying to dictate what you can't stand? But you ain't got no problem giving Beyonce money to go see a concert. You ain't got no money, no problem giving money to Jay-Z for tickets to him, Kanye. You ain't got no problem with them balling, taking all this money, making all this money. You have no problem. Y'all didn't get on social media and start dogging Kanye out for a $400 or $500 a raggedy stank butt t-shirt. You know what I mean? That man got to make his money too. Whatever. My point is, you cannot eat from a vineyard you have not planted. Y'all need to get that in your spirit. You need to tell people, when they start harassing you about the stuff that belong to you, you cannot eat from a vineyard you didn't plant unless I share my harvest with you. See, watch this. That's Jezebelic. That's a Jezebel spirit. Because Jezebel's husband, Ahab, wanted Nabal's garden. Nabal says to him, I cannot give you my garden. I will not give you my garden, because my father gave it to me. It was my inheritance. Well, he goes home to tell his old trifling, mean wife. And what did she do? She told him, go to bed, I'll take care of it. She began to write letters. That was the social media of the day. She began to write letters and discredit this man and got him killed. All because she wanted a vineyard she never planted. Ahab wanted a vineyard he never planted. Never had a right to it. But you want to take something that don't belong to you and dictate how it's going to be distributed, and you didn't plant, you didn't labor in it. You have no right to discuss anything the church is doing, any organization is doing, because you're not contributing. You are done. You are absolutely disqualified because you are not a contributor. Can't nobody come in your house and tell you what to do with your money, because they don't live there. That's your house. It's hypocritical of you to get up and try to slay everybody because of something, first of all, you don't understand. Number two, it's not your business because you ain't contributing nothing. The only people that Joel Osteen owes any type of explanation to are the people who benefit from his ministry, the beneficiaries, those folk who pay money there. Those members are owed accountability from him, not you folk that don't go there. He does not owe you anything because you do not contribute. You do not labor. You don't labor in nobody's church. You are a church of yourself. Now you take care of you, and can't nobody tell you what to do with your funds. So I tell you what, lastly, let me say this to you. Since you feel so godly, those of you who are trying to kill me and slay me and stuff like that, I am so unmoved by that. Because here's the thing. As a pastor, I understand what it means to have to formulate plans to execute vision. Some of you don't get this, but this is the thing I'm going to leave with you today. Since you got so much God in you and you know so much about what God expects the church to do, there are people in Houston who are dislocated. They will not have anywhere to stay. The news reports say that 85% of those people did not have flood insurance. So that means that they're not going to have anywhere to stay once the waters recede. I want you to go on social media and place your address on there and tell the people in Houston, if you have been dislocated and you do not have flood insurance and you have no family that can take you in, my house is available. That's what I'd like you to do. I want all of y'all that tried to slay all of us who agreed with them, with Joel's actions, because he did what he was asked to do. He did what he agreed to do. Even that stuff that was set up in that church happened days before so he could distribute clothes and food. That was set up days before the storm even hit. Anyway, y'all don't want to hear that because y'all just want to be mad because you're mad that he got wealth. But you don't care about these black crooks that are running around here taking your money at concerts and everything else. They can ball like crazy. But I want you to go on social media and I want you to advertise your home address. And I want you to get a group of people together and you all tell them, move here. I want you to move here with me. Me and my family are going to take you in because I know y'all ain't got no place to stay. Because we know what God requires. Because we are holy. We are people that believe in helping everybody. And we want you to have somewhere to stay. If Joe ain't going to help you, we are here to help you. Come stay with us. You don't have to pay no rent. You ain't got to get no job. You ain't got to do nothing. We're just going to open our door. Because they do swing open on welcome hinges. You do not have a right to eat from a vineyard you didn't plant. And if you do eat from it, it is out of the goodness of the heart of people who decide to share with you. Even children don't have a right to no PlayStation and Xbox and Nikes. You are supposed to, by law, give them basic shelter, some food. That means you can give them some little cereal, a little bit of milk, Spam sandwich, some boxed macaroni and cheese. You can put them on some little bogus little shoes, beat up little shoes from the thrift store. You can get them some old raggedy shirts as long as they're covered. All this stuff. You don't have to buy them all this stuff. They ain't got to have no bicycle. They do not have to have a bicycle. They do not have to have any of the luxuries you afford them. They're not entitled to that. They're entitled to their basic necessities. So stop getting mad if you don't want nobody dictating your money and what you do with your money, how you spend your funds. Then stop trying to dictate other folks' stuff, particularly when you are not a part of it. Now, if you go to a church, you have a right to have some accountability as to where your funds are being distributed. You got that right. But for those of you who say you ain't got nothing for the church, you can't stay in church. This is the other thing. When you die, tell your folk to get you a funeral at the funeral home. Don't bother no pastor. Don't bother no church to do no repast for y'all. Don't ask them to come up with no money to help y'all bury nobody. Because remember, you don't like the church. You don't like the church. Yes, I said it. Y'all can get mad if you want to. It is the truth. And y'all out there know I'm telling the truth. And this is what needs to be said by more leaders. Because people don't know what folk are doing behind the scenes. Whether the church is large or small, you have no idea of what people are doing because you're sitting at home criticizing, but yet you want the church to do so much, but you ain't willing to help them do anything. All right? So this is Mario Brown. This is Empowerment for Life. I wish you well. Until we meet again, have a good one.